Welcome Wolfpack to episode number 1 of our Let's Play series of the ancient city building game Dawn of Man. Dawn of Man is currently available on Steam for about $25 if you are interested. Purchase this game on early access release day in March 2019. I have played this game for a few hours, but I am no means a pro. Feel free to drop a comment below with any suggestions or tips as we progress through this series or to suggest any other games for the channel. I am happy to finally be able to bring Dawn of Man to the channel and to finally create a playthrough series. Let's jump in and try to get our civilization started. See here, we've named our settlement. We're at the Forest River, which is this one right here. We're in the normal gaming mode, and we've set our conditions to Nomad so we can actually pick on the map where we want to start. Alright, so we're in our map here, and the first thing we're going to do is grab our nomads. We did have a look around, and I think I've found a good spot to start. Since we did start in that nomad selection, there are no structures, so it makes it a little bit more challenging, but you do get to select your area on your map where you want to build your village in. I think I have a spot right here on the fork of this river that we are going to start. My loose plan so far will be to start the primary village on this little forked area here of the river that's going to be somewhat defendable down the road, and then we'll move farming and more of the village there or over here. That's sort of what I'm looking at right now, and so let's get everybody over here. It will take a few minutes for those settlers to walk over here, and when they get here, I will bring you guys back. Alright, they're all over here. They're getting, they've walked along the riverbank. We will have them hunt our little deer-looking animal over here. Like, very stealthy there. Anyway. Be our first source of food for the village. And let's get ourselves set up here. First residence is right here. Lay a couple of these out. Storage tent and a wood pile right away. Wood pile and a rock pile right away. We're going to go ahead and put these a little close so we can get our village going with relative ease of people being able to get around the thing. See where our flint gathering can go. Primal mode here. Take a look. It looks like flint will be right over here. I have one person on it for now. One of the more critical things we need to do is gather some sticks. Also need fish. Pick of 4 spots. Got a couple of very nice close work areas, and that's what we will be working on for now. Center on gathering this stone up first. Really close to the camp. And really close to the rock pile, so that'll be good. So we gotta travel a little bit to get flint, but not too bad for stone at all. Go ahead and get our storage tent laid out. Crafting storage area right over here. In's dryer. In's dryer we will place where we can put 2 side by side. Perfect. Right, shaping up to be pretty good at this point. Go ahead and let these guys do their thing. Right now we're at 114%, so it's going to take a little bit long. The workload is high, but that should change in the near future. The one thing I do like about this game is that the civilians will be tasked. You don't have to micromanage them. If they run out of things to do, they will find other things to do. They will go idle. There is a little bit of micromanaging that you can do in this game, but they will find stuff to do that needs to be done. They won't just sit there while things need to be done. That's one of the nice improvements over games like this that I played in the past. The first hut should start to be being constructed now. Our old man friend here is start constructing it. Take a look as it builds. I do like the focus mode also, because you get in close and see what they're doing here. Or you can actually go in and focus in on a person and get really close up if you really want to. So we got a first structure is completed, and our tent knowledge went up by 1, and we now have a knowledge skill point. Food drying or tools, I may go food drying first, just so we can make sure we can be sustained in them. We'll have some raw meat to pick up over here and some bone, and then you'll see until we get an actual storage tent, people will store things in the tent themselves. Fish, food, berries, or what have you, they will be in tents. Each tent can take up to 3 people, and they help everything with rest, happiness, all sorts of things to help out the civilization and stay productive. Hey, before I forget, if this is your first time on the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and setting your notifications to all, and while you're down there, if you are enjoying the episode, please hit that like button as well. And feel free to leave me a comment below if you have any suggestions for gameplay or suggestions for new games on this channel. We're going to go ahead and speed up the game, and we'll let our villagers build the buildings that we have laid out right now, and we will bring you back when we got something to do. Alright, we're back. We got a milestone. Hunting and gathering is knowledge +2. We have a hunting and gathering milestones. We've unlocked that. We also have our first skin dryer, knowledge +1, and we have our first storage tent, which everybody is loading our stuff into the storage tent now. So we have knowledge 7. We're going to go ahead and unlock food drying. Get another couple of points. We will go ahead and unlock tools so we can upgrade tools. Now let's go ahead and lay out a food drying area where we can dry our fish and our meat. That will preserve it for much longer. Go ahead and set our tent to a higher priority than everything else. That way anything else that we get will, all the resources will come over to the tent. That way everybody does have a shelter to relax and make sure they're happy. Take a look and see if we have any animals around here we can get for skins. There's a Ibex down there. Yeah. Guys wandering around. Why don't you get that guy? And if you're idle, why don't you go get that Ibex as well? Anybody else sitting around doing nothing? Wandering around. Old man, you go get the Ibex as well. Early on, when you got the wooden spears, it's good to send a few people out to get them. That way they're not injured and wandering around. Then you'll see the red predators. They'll grab them instead, and you'll lose out. Send this hunting party off to go get an Ibex, and they'll come back with some food and skins. Very crude stick spears, but... Alright, 1 hit. Alright, we got him. Maybe we can get him crossing the river. Easier to get a few of them. All the meat back, and we'll have a lot of meat. Got one of them. We have 4 knowledge points. We're almost ready to open up our first tools. Now, alright, we are at number 5, and let's go ahead and unlock our bone tools. Next thing is going to be the composite tools. We might have run out of sticks. We might have gathered all the sticks we can in our gathering area here. See any? So we're going to go ahead and edit that. We're going to change it. Bring it over here. We'll downsize it a little bit. Put it right over here, and they'll go across the river. Have to go across the river and get sticks now. Right. Second 10 is done. We will need to get this crafter going, so as soon as we get some skins dried, then the old man, these 2 over here, and we will go and hunt this boar. There. Very important to get some the meat and the bone and the furs, or the skins. Very important to keep that influx coming into the village early on in the game. Might turn and hit the bison too. Other end. The hunt is on. Old man still chasing? Or getting this guy or what? Alright, we finally got him. Quite far away from where we thought we were going to get him, but... the reindeer is right across the river from where we're at. Moving into the fall of our first year. Crafter has been made. We're going to right-click and allow continuous construction of the biface. In 2 more skill points, we will start continuous construction of the bone spears and the bone harpoons, but very soon we will be able to open up composite tools. Yeah, how many of these we can get? I don't know. This might be might be bad. Yeah, we lost a guy. Not good. Not good. Down to 6. Not a good move. I should have let the woolly rhino go by, but it was just too much of a target of opportunity there. I should have had at least a couple of people. We're waiting on 6 sticks for our food drying rack. Really could use that food drying rack before the winter. Well, the good news is everybody in the settlement now has a tent to stay in, and we will own it. I messed up. As much as we should be unlocking the composite tools, now that we do have a death, in order to keep people happy, we're going to have to bury this body. So that's why I want to do that. Composite tools will allow us to chop down trees with the axes. One of the nice things, we'll be able to clear out some of this area. Boy went and picked up the biface off a dead Geardock. Rip Geardock. My apologies. More meat coming back into the village here. Our old man is morale is starting to go down. I think we might make, if we can get one of these spiritual skull poles up. Right there. 1 stick, 1 bone, 1 fur. Not bad. About 75% through the fall. Up here you can see. But winter is coming. And a trader has arrived. Let's see what they have. So we're going to get some bread. We're going to get cured meat, a bone, and a log for 1 flint and 1 biface. So they'll drop that right there. And you know what we have to do is, the other thing that we forgot. We have to build our hearth. I've not done that yet. Right over here. And that's going to be 2 stone and 6 sticks. So once again, we need more, still need more sticks. And I'm hoping by the end of winter, which will be our episode 1, I'm going to try to keep these episodes to about 20 to 25 minutes. And I'm going to try to keep these episodes year by year. So it will be spring to winter. And that's what I'm going to try to do. Let me know in the comments below if you think that that's a good idea, or if you want me to shorten them and do maybe 2 episodes per year and go from there. Definitely almost a faux pas on not having a fire for the winter. That could be bad, especially with as many people sad already from the loss of the villager. Alright, our food dryer is finally being constructed now. This could be a short series. We're not off to a really great start here, but hopefully it'll turn around for us. Alright, food dryer is good. Let's get out of here. We have 5 knowledge points. Let's go ahead and open up our funerary rituals. Because we will have to bury our body. Unlocks the construction of a burial mound. Alright. So our burial mound we will put right over here along the bank where he died. Facing the woolly mammoth that he was killed by. Alright, our hearth is on the way. That's a good thing. But that unfortunately will start to eat through our wood, so we'll need trees as well. That should have been one of our first things to build, and I screwed up by not doing that right away. they'll now be able to cook meat in the hearth. There we go. We got our brand new bone spear and our bone harpoon. He should be going over here, and that should get our third tent, which will allow more settlers to come into the area, into our settlement. Hopefully, once this is done, more people will come in. Alright, our skull pole has been built, and that will allow people to practice spiritualism here, and hopefully increase our happiness a little bit, our morale. Survive the winter, nice. Two humans joined the settlement, that's good. We could definitely use them. We need to get a work party out for collecting berries. I'm gonna do that right now. And we will also get a work party back out to fish. We'll capture all 4 of those. A little bit from each. Our first year is complete, and we are slowly progressing through the Paleolithic period. We have our initial structures built for basic food, shelter, and tools squared away, and our settlement has expanded by 3 people. Unfortunately, we did lose 1 settler to an unfortunate hunting accident. In the next episode, we will continue to clear an area of the forest to expand our settlement. We will upgrade our tools and clothing, and continue working toward the Mesolithic period. We will also work hard on getting our settlers a little more happy, and we will try to get at least another tent built to get more people into the village. If you enjoyed this episode, please drop a like, consider hitting that subscribe button, and setting your notifications to all. This entire Dawn of Man playlist is popping up on your left. Continue on to episode number 2 by following that playlist link, or by clicking on the Watch Next link in the description or pinned comment down below. If you also enjoy survival and military games, consider subscribing to my second channel showing up right now. If you have caught up with this series, check out our Ostrif series showing up on your right. Click any one of those links, and we will see you over there.